The 2020 census is now completed, and the new precinct map with the legal boundary descriptions need to be approved at your select board meeting tonight. And we had technical assistance from the Secretary of State's office with redrawing the precinct lines. Any household with precinct changes will be notified of the changes. The 2010 census count was 8,264. The 2020 census count is 9,945, the increase of 1,681. The precincts line shifted by moving South Street from Charlene Lane to School Street along Wintergreen, Broad, and Crestwood from Precincts 2 into Precinct 3. 45 Washington Street, Sunnyside, Waltham, Terry Lane, and all went from Precinct 1, and now they're in Precinct 3. And then we had Everett, Bugby, Brunner, Pleasant, Melcher, Coombs, Lincoln, Elm, Ivor, Spring, all went from Precinct 3 into Precinct 2. Sorry
And this
about
is
that.
just to keep the total population, each precinct as even as possible?
Yes, and you can't have more than 4,000 in a precinct, so the precinct totals are, it's a 5% differential, and the Secretary of State's office drew the lines. You have to use like a main road or a railroad track or whatever to draw the lines.
I move that the select board accept the state precinct of the town of Plainville as proposed by town clerk Alan Robinson.
Mr. Johnson seconds the motion.
All right, with the motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
I don't see any hands up.
Aye.
Aye.
It is required under the state's new rules with cannabis control. The application has been sent to the town for our review, and I would like to bring Chief Floyd forward, who assisted me in actually reading it. One of the policies that's been adopted by the board and the planning board was that there had to be a physical location in order to provide delivery services from within the town. There would be some changes to the signage on the current retail location, and there would be lettering on the delivery vehicles.
You've all met Mr. Medeiros. He's been very good with doing his due diligence, getting us through this process, bringing us up to the point we're at. The only deficiency I saw earlier today, was immediately addressed once it was brought to Matt's attention, was the signage outside where the vehicles were going to be parked, so no other vehicles can take up those spaces, and that's the rear of the building, which is covered by closed-circuit TV, so very well secured. We're at a point where we would feel comfortable, at least the board should feel comfortable to welcome the partnership with Shine Delivery at the point we're at now. They have met all expectations that's necessary.
Isn't it Andrew Stoddard that's going to be part of, he's the delivery guy, right?
He is the delivery guy, yes. He is there's a terminology that they use, and I can't quite put my finger on it right now, but
He and Matt are partners in that, though.
yes,
correct? Yeah.
yes.
So I would say the motion here is just to allow me to approve the sign.
That was the question I had, is what
Yeah.
kind of motion do we need?
To execute the acknowledgement to the Cannabis Control Commission.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that the select board authorize Mr. Noble on behalf of the town of Plainville to accept the application, or excuse me, the municipal notification of the marijuana establishment from the Cannabis Control Commission.
I'll second that motion.
All right, motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.